How do you study? 5 tips in less than 2 minutes. First, you need to start off with very specific targets. So in English, you would set a poem. In maths, you would say a theorem. You could say in business, you want to look at a definition that you want to cover. Be specific. The more specific you aim to be, the more likely you are to hit your goals. It has to be specific. That's the key bit. Make a timetable that's a week long. That's the trick. So when you're studying part 3, you could make flashcards in maths. You could make mind maps for another subject. You could make an essay. You could make bullet points. You could make a picture. You can make an anagram. You can make an acronym. Something to remember. Number 4, the most important step: grit. Reward yourself every day and weekly, and plan your rewards and write them down in your timetable, and reward yourself at the very end of the week. Before you start, you should motivate yourself. Sit down in advance, put on some music, a video, a picture, whatever it might be. It could be a quote, and that gets you pumped up before you start. You must make every day count, and that's the attitude you need to do when you sit down to go and study, and you can't freak out. So number 5, the mindset, how you don't freak out. So there's 2 parts of the brain really in teaching. It's thalamus and the neocortex. The neocortex is the smart part. It's the logical part, it's the reasoning part. So when you're calm, you can access it. So before you start, sit down and literally count back from 90. Deep breaths and just gather yourself. And if you go off track, count back from 10. The thalamus is the part of the brain that we call the stupid part. And that's the part what happens when you blank on an exam. You want to leave that off. That's the trick. So targets, timetable, process, grit, and mindset. And those are 5 tips in less than 2 minutes on how do you actually study.